Certainly, the police we've been speaking to say they are now cautiously optimistic, that they are in a better place than they were back in March when they put out this appeal, you may remember, after uncovering evidence that suggested there was a series of potentially linked sexual assaults that had taken place in the Algarve on children, girls aged between 6 and 12 in the years between 2004 and 2006 predominantly. Now, they had what they described as an excellent response to that appeal, 500 contacts being made, and they've been able to pass on that information. They have to go through a very lengthy judicial process whereby they make requests to the Portuguese police, who then allow them to travel to the Algarve to follow up the things that have been discovered. What was most notable then? A total of 6 incidents, as you say, 5 sexual assaults and 1 described as a near miss, which would be, for example, we were told, an intruder sitting on a young child's bed. Now, we know that all of the girls involved in this were white, they were British. Despite this appeal going out to the Netherlands, to Germany, to Ireland, all the responses came from the UK, and one of those in particular is critical. Now, that is a 10-year-old girl who was assaulted in Praia da Luz, because previously, when we've looked at this potential pattern of assaults, they have been spread over quite a wide geographical area. But this one happened in 2005 in the same resort that Madeleine McCann disappeared from in 2007. Now, that, we understand, was not reported to the Portuguese police. But I do now understand that it was an assault that was reported to the rep of the holiday company that the family were travelling with. Only now, however, has it emerged. We're told by Scotland Yard that the rest of those fresh assaults, if you like, most of them had been reported to the Portuguese police. Would they have liked to have known about them? Yes, of course they have. But as we know, this has been a very difficult process. And although there is still no joint investigation with the Portuguese, as the British would like, they are at least now confident that in the near future, as they put it, British officers will be going out into the Algarve to support, to guide the Portuguese as they follow up on a number of questions that the British police now believe need to be critically answered.